has gone by, Sarnia Lambton, and it's time to review your February 2025 market stats. I'm Sean Ryan of Blue Coast Realty, and I can't believe we're in March already. The spring market, the springtime's just around the corner. As of today, it's sunny out, and some of the snow is melting, so I'm pretty excited. There's a lot of uncertainty right now in the market, especially Sarnia Lambton, especially in some of the border cities in southwestern Ontario, in the sense where Sarnia, I don't see as being as directly impacted as some other cities. But right now, I was talking to some colleagues in Windsor last week, and there's a lot of uncertainties in that market right now, especially being so tied to the automotive industry in Detroit. So a lot of people are sitting back right now kind of maybe watching the tariffs, seeing what's going to happen. And it was too bad because we started to see the Bank of Canada's verbiage and their rate announcements keep going down, 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 down. And I saw confidence really picking up in the marketplace. So who knows what's going to happen? Anyone that could predict exactly what's going to happen as of today, it's kind of, they don't know what they're talking about, I'd say, for the most part, because there's too much uncertainty right now. But we do have another rate announcement March 12th from the Bank of Canada, and I don't know which way they're going to go. I have a feeling they may lower rates again a little bit, but I think it's going to really depend on what happens with the U.S. as well, with tariffs, and how that will directly reflect the Canadian housing market and our economy. So I don't have a crystal ball today, but all I do know is I am seeing the market pick up in some of the lower price ranges, which is really important because that's where it all starts from. So let's look at some of the stats that we had for last month, and I want to compare that to last year. So year-to-date sales, we're at 201 sales for the year, and we're at 100 last month in February 2025 compared to 106 in February 2024. So then number of active listings on the Sarnia market right now is just under 1,100, and current months of inventory is 11 months of inventory. And I want to give you some more context. I'm going to go back to that and explain why that matters. So the previous year for February, active listings was 913. So we're seeing the amount of listings go up a little bit compared to last year. Current average list price is $544,000 compared to $600,000 last year. And then current average days on market is 38 days on market. So that's how many days it takes to sell a house. But last year, the average days on market was actually 46 days. So we're seeing an improvement on days on market. Current average sale price was $529,000 last month, February 2025, and it was $491,000 last year. So we saw about almost a 10% increase. It's about a 9% increase from February 24 to February 2025. So that's some very positive news. And in current list to sale price ratio, so what you list a home for what you get for it, we're seeing a 98% right now. So if you listed your home for $100, you would get about $98 for it right now. Compared to last year, I was at about 97%. So not a huge uptick, but a slight one, and I'll take that as a win. Sales volume is down just a wee bit, and it was 47 million compared to 48 million the year before. And this was interesting. The number of homes that expired last year for the month of February was 156 compared to 214 this year. So you can see the numbers, they're really a little all over the place, but a lot of positive trends of, how many days on market, list price to what you actually sale price. I think those are really good indicators of what's happening. So earlier I mentioned 11 months of inventory, and this is really interesting when people are saying, hey, how is the market? And we try to generalize how the whole market is doing, the whole market. But really, I think we got to break them down into different segments of the market to really get a good glimpse on what we're seeing happen with the Sarnia Lambton real estate market. So, context, I've said this before, I'm going to repeat it. 0 to 3 months is a seller's market. So 0 to 3 months is a seller's market. 3 to 6 months is a balanced market. 6 months plus is a buyer's market. And you're thinking 11 months of inventory, it may seem like a buyer's market. It depends on what price range you're in. So let's look at some numbers. So 0 to 400,000, 2.5 months of inventory. So it's still very much a seller's market in that lower price range. Now, 400 to 600, 3.8 months of inventory. So very balanced in, leaning a bit more towards that seller's market. This is where it gets interesting. 600 to 800,000. There's about 4 months of inventory, so you're seeing deals in there. You're seeing buyers able to negotiate, and that $800 to $1 million price point, we're seeing 6 months of inventory. So very much going into the cusp of a buyer's market. Now listen to this: $1 million to $1.3 million, 23 months of inventory. So you can get some really good deals in that $1 million to $1.3 price range, and then over $1.3 million, there's 14 active listings, and there's been 0 sales in the last 2 months. So I don't have months of inventory numbers for you on that. So what I'm seeing this is, if you're a first-time home buyer looking from that 0 to 400, even 500, it's a very competitive market right now. You're not seeing people get as good of deals. Homes are selling for the asking price and fairly quickly. So where I think the people have the biggest opportunity right now are those people buying that, 600 to $1 million price range right now. There's some good deals. So people that are in a really good position right now, or maybe those people that want to upgrade from their first-time home buyer house to that chunky middle and to that medium-sized price range there, have a good opportunity because you're selling for a fairly high price. You're getting a really good dollar for your house, and then you're going to those upper tier price ranges right now where you have really good opportunity to get some deals, negotiate some good terms, maybe negotiate the price down as well, which is a really good opportunity. So essentially you're able to sell high, buy low a little bit if you're going into those price ranges. Those people in those upper tier price ranges, it's a little hard pressed right now. Unless your home is a real, something that really stands out, something that's really different, something that somebody's looking for. But a majority of those higher price point ones are new home construction or recent new home construction resale. And that's the stuff I'm seeing right now that is the hardest to move for the most part. As rates go down, if they continue going down, and I predict, what would happen is if we kept seeing the rates go down and we didn't see all this tariff talk, this uncertainty, I think the market actually would keep on picking up at a much faster rate. I think people have paused a little bit right now, and depending on what happens with all this, we're going to see the market pick up. So as rates go down, we'll see more and more people get in the market. There'll be less availability, and it turns more into more of a buyer's market or seller's market again, especially the chunky middle and all the way down. So if you ever want to talk about the real estate market, if you ever want to talk about what Blue Coast Realty does different and how we can help, I'd love to chat with you. Thanks for watching, and remember, put Sean on your lot.